Hi guys, it's your girl, Karen Akari, and today's reading is going to be about what burdens do you need to let go of? So, this is going to be pile number 1. This photo is going to be pile number 2. In this photo, hold on, it's not too risque, but no chances. It's going to be pile number 3. Alright. We'll do it one more time. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Okay, let's get started. Right now we're on pile number 1, which is this photo. Alright, it's going to be this photo for pile number 1. Alright, first, pile number 1, I need to let go of. First, pile number 1, I need to let go of. Okay, you have 6 of Swords, Novice of Swords, Seven of Wands, the High Priestess, and 10 of Swords. Underneath the deck you have 9 of Swords. So the burden that pile 1 needs to let go of is feeling mentally responsible for things that aren't yours. It's, again, from all the swords I get, this pile is very an overthinking pile, always in their heads, always thinking that they have to take responsibility for everything and everyone. And also from the High Priestess, I can tell that this is a very sensitive intuitive, but also nurturing pile. It's you take responsibility for other people's feelings and emotions and thoughts. And it's definitely time for you to let go of that. Let go of that sense of responsibility. Feeling like you owe others anything. It's time to move on, and then it's like, look at this burning building as they're exiting. It's like you're letting other people's trauma become yours, and it's time for you to sail away while everyone else in that situation, whatever you're going through, is crashing and burning in a way. And then 7 of Wands, always coming into defense. You also might be going through something where you have to, it might be like, it's like financial, but at the same time it's like you might be trying to start a business with someone that's not very responsible, and it's like better off for you to cut your losses and keep moving forward, kind of thing. But let's see. What burdens does pile number 1 need to let go of? What burdens does pile number 1 need to let go of? What burdens does pile number 1 need to let go of? What burdens does number 1 need to let go of? Impersonator. Wants to be you, acts like, dresses like, looks like, copies you. And then you have marrying for money. And then you have running. Underneath the deck, you have dusted off. So, from what I'm getting, you could be, this is very specific, but you don't have to force it to resonate with you if you don't. But for some people, you're in a business kind of thing, marrying for money. Marriages can be done, businesses sometimes are referred to as a marriage in a way, but it's the person that you're in business with leaves you to do most of the work, and they either take credit for whatever you're doing, whatever you're they're taking credit for the hard work you're putting in, while they just do nothing but sit there, or they just last minute half baked copy you and impersonate you. And it's time for you to let it go, run away. They're a red flag. It's time for you to move forward in that regard of no longer sticking your neck out for someone who doesn't even come with anything original, anything new to add, anything interesting or of that regard or anything. They're more of a burden or a liability than it is a alliance. But one more card. I'm gonna pull out one more card. Yeah, like I was saying about like money and finances in this card, it seems like every time that whoever you're going into business with or whatever, it could be at work, like a coworker doesn't do anything besides mooch off of your work or take credit for group projects or something, and they're just rehashing what you've done. It could literally be anything, but it's like the person that you're taking responsibility for or the thing that you're taking responsibility for, you're not getting the credit that you deserve, and it's stressing you out because you're doing all of the work while they're just sitting there doing nothing. While they get all the accolades to it. Just adjusting the cards. Okay. Alright. Messages. Let's see for a pile. What burdens does pile 1 need to let go of? What burdens does pile 1 need to let go of? What burdens does pile number 1 need to let go of? Okay, you have, though we have heard of stupid haste in war, cleverness has never been seen associated with long delays. Be decisive and be quick. Life is short. Although it's only when you reach a certain age that you realize this, the fact is that you cannot afford to wait too long to tackle your problems, as they will only get worse. Face them now, decide what to do, and act quickly. You may find things are not as difficult as you thought. So it's like right now it's time to face, don't be deceived underneath the deck. So it's time for you to like address this person or this thing that's been making you put in more work than you're receiving back, and or it's like you're doing all of this work and you're not receiving it's like you're just putting in more than what it's worth. You're putting in more energy than it's worth, and you're not getting anything back or receiving anything for your efforts. And it's now time for you to move on and address it. Move forward. Life is too short for you to keep putting in effort if you're not getting or receiving anything back for it. That is the burden that you need to let go of, is putting in more work than you're receiving, and not moving forward, and not like letting anyone take more than they're giving. Reciprocity is very important. And it's definitely a good time for you guys to nip it in the bud and move on. Okay, well, I'm not getting anything else to say for pile number 1. Thank you so much. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments. Alright, bye. Hello, pile 2. If this is going to be the picture you chose, if you are choosing pile number 2, and let's get into it. Alright, this reading is going to be about what burdens to let go of. Alright, just let me just put this up. What burdens does pile number 2 need to let go of? What burdens does pile number 2 need to let go of? What burdens does pile number 2 need to let go of? What burdens does pile number 2 need to let go of? What burdens does pile number 2 need to let go of? Clear some text messages for pile number 2. What burdens does pile number 2 need to let go of? Alright. You have Initiate of Cups, Novice of Wands, Eight of Swords, Six of Wands, and Eight of Cups. Alright, underneath the deck you have Initiate of Swords. The burden that pile number 2 needs to let go of is feeling stuck and thinking that, and letting go of the idea of what success looks like to them. Whatever pile 2 is going through, it seems to me that they're going into something that they've never experienced before, that's new to them, and they're being hard on themselves for feeling stuck on something, feeling like they're just not quite getting what it is that they're supposed to get, or they feel stuck in a different way. They feel a hint of stagnation even though they are moving forward in their own way. Even if you're moving little by little, every step counts. And that's the burden. Like, they're putting too much of a burden on themselves by feeling as if they're not moving forward at all, even though they are. Their idea of success is giving them a burden. this pile is probably looking at someone else, comparing yourself to someone else and putting them on like this pedestal of success and thinking my success should look like theirs because X, Y, and Z. But that's not for you. If it was for you, it would have been yours. And because it's not, you're you're not struggling, but it's like you're putting so much of a burden of yourself, like my life should look like this, I should be like this, I should look like that, I should be here by now because this person is similar to me and they're here, so why am I not there? And that's not how you're supposed to go, because it's like, have you given yourself a chance to sit down and think about how far you got just by being where you are compared to where you were the last time? You know what I mean? Because it's like every day you're living a blessing that you prayed about that you forgot. So remember that. So stop putting unrealistic expectations on yourself of, I'm supposed to be here because this person's here. You're not as stuck or as stagnant or doing as bad as you are picturing yourself as. So it's time to let go of that burden. Okay. What burden does pile number 2 need to let go of? Clear and concise messages. What burden does pile number 2 need to let go of? Clear and concise messages. What burden does pile number 2 need to let go of? Clear and concise messages. What burden does pile number 2 need to let go of? Clear and concise messages. Okay. Dodging bullets. Blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters. Okay? And you have okay. Then you have boss daddy, stable, rich, business owner, CEO. I don't know if I can have that saying stuff like that. So you just gonna just big, big energy. A lot of that song could be significant for some reason. Okay. Anywho. And spiritual hater, hates on your spirituality, light, magic, and power. Okay. And then fake flexing, acts rich, flosses money, acts fancy, shows off, etc. Okay. What I'm getting from these 3 cards is the burden you need, like the burden that you need to let go of is putting yourself, like, I think you need to start blocking the energy that you're creating for yourself by being so hard on yourself. It's like you see all of these bosses, right? And you're like, oh, well, that should be me. That's what I want. That's like, why am I not there? And it's just causing you greater stress as well. And I don't know, like when it comes to spiritual hater, it could simply just be it could be two things. It could be you're hating on, like, not you're hating, but it's like you're comparing yourself and hating on your own self, because it's like, oh, this person, they're at this level spiritually or this level financially. Why am I not there? And it's like, you'll get there when you're, like, when it's supposed to get there. Like, you're not doing as bad as you think you are. And you get out of your own head and start, I don't know, like, making a gratitude list about the things that you're grateful for. Start, I don't know, like, start appreciating and start appreciating yourself more. Start thinking, oh my gosh, like, I got out of this fix, I got out of that, I did this for myself. And stop being so worried about everybody else, because the more you hate on yourself, the more you're attracting what you're hating. Anyways, what burden does pile number 2 need to let go of? What burden does pile number 2 need to let go of? What burden does pile number 2 need to let go of? What burden does pile number 2 need to let go of? Need to let go of. Clear, concise messages. What burden does number 2 need to let go of? Okay. You have, if you know the enemy, you know and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained you will also suffer defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. Know yourself, know your partner. Self-awareness is an essential part of of a happy life. Without your choices of life partner, for example, will be based solely on instinct and gut feeling. Examine your thoughts, beliefs, feelings to help you understand your strengths and weaknesses, which will help you understand other people's. With greater understanding comes better communication and a great chance for your relationship to thrive. So that's what you have. Know yourself is half the battle. So I think in this case, it's knowing yourself and not being your worst enemy. Like, stop being your worst enemy, and then your interactions with others will get better as well. Because it's like, you hating on other people probably isn't the best thing in your relationships. Alright, better decisions lead to a better life. So that's underneath the deck. So it's like, be a lot gentler with yourself, as well as appreciate yourself and get to know yourself in a better way that's not so negative. Stop being your own hater. Like, that's the burden that you need to let go of. Alright, well, that's all the messages that I'm getting for pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this resonated with you. Let me know in the comments, and you guys have a wonderful day. Alright, hi, pile number 3. Alright, so this is your picture if you chose pile number 3. It's a little bit nude. It's just a woman bathing another woman. Okay, so Alright, let's get started. Alright, that's just for pile number 3 about what burdens pile number 3 need to let go of. What burdens pile number 3 need to let go of. Burdens pile number 3 need to let go of. Okay, you have Initiate of Pentacles, the Wheel, the Universe, Judgment, and the Moon. Was the Wheel, the Universe, and the Moon. Underneath the deck, we have 5 of Cups. For this pile, what the burdens that pile number 3 needs to let go of is wanting things to move faster than it is for you. You're in a process of having something grow. Let it be a business, like you're wanting to hear back from a new job, something of that sort. It's like you're in a waiting room of life right now, and it's a burden for you. And I think the burden you need to let go of is trying to control things that are out of your hand. Because look, the Wheel is about the Wheel of Fortune, fate. Fate is out of our hands. The Universe, that is something out of our hands. Judgment is about divine judgment. And the Moon, that is about the unknown. All of those cards are about things that are out of our hands. The burden that you've placed upon yourself is waiting and getting aggravated with waiting, if that makes sense. You're in the, not precipice, it's like you're tired of waiting. This person, like, and then funny enough, yes, Initiative Pentacles, it's about it's like the Page of Pentacles, which the Pentacles is the most slowest moving card, but it's the most solid. So what you're growing into is going to be solid and last you a long time. But as long as it's it's going to take just as long as for you to get to it. And that's the burden, is that burden of waiting. You hate waiting. And it's feeling like, and also you hate that feeling of everything being out of your hands. And I think your burden would be trying to have control. But let's see. Let's get more details about this. This definitely might be career related also. What burdens does pile number 3 need to let go of? And concise messages. What burden does pile number 3 need to let go of? Clear and concise messages. What burden does pile number 3 need to let go of? Clear and concise messages. Clear and concise messages. Okay. Moving on. Thank you next. Like I was saying, it's like moving forward. Bad karma. And happiness hater. Okay. Underneath the deck you have wolves in sheep's clothing. Yeah. So the burden that this pile needs to let go of is feeling unhappy with where you are at and trying to control things that are literally out of your hand. Like you just have to let it happen. You have to let it flow. And also, on one hand, it could be, okay, weirdly enough, I don't think this is for everyone. This might be for a select few. You have the Wheel of Fate, Judgment. Then you have bad karma and happiness hater. So the burden is letting go of someone and moving on. So it's like letting go of a connection that has been not that great. The person has been doing you dirty, and it's genuinely now time for you to move on and leave. Like leave that person, either go low to no contact with them, and to put yourself first. Because again, bad karma, happiness hater, the Judgment card, like the person's going to get theirs. But on the other hand, it's instead of seeing yourself waiting, like your lack of moving on so quickly, as like bad karma and like as a happiness hater, you need to start, I don't want to say like, oh, start being happy. It's like, no, it's like letting go of the burden of feeling like what you need has to come tomorrow, because it's not. You have to be okay that it might not come right this second, but it's coming. Alright, messages for what burden does pile 3 need to let go of? That need of control needs to be is the burden you need to let go of. That need to feel like you need to control everything that you cannot control. If you cannot control it, stop worrying about it. Stop trying to feel like you can control what is genuinely out of your hands. Alright. Alright. What burden does pile number 3 need to let go of? What burdens does pile number 3 feel like they need to let go of? What burdens does pile number 3 need to let go of? What burdens All right. Ooh. Sorry about that. Alright. Let me just fix everything and then I'll do your last card real quick. And night fighting then. At night fighting. Then make use of signal fires and drums. And in fighting by day, of flags and banners as a means of influencing the ears and eyes of your army. Communicate appropriately. Always use appropriate communication tools for different people in different environments. Appropriate communication with your spouse, kids, boss, coworkers can deepen your connections to others, build greater trust and respect, and improve teamwork, problem solving, and overall social and emotional health care. So communicating to yourself what your needs are, or to others, like if this is like someone else is part of this burden that you're feeling, communicating that how you're feeling would be important, especially if it's like what I previously mentioned, where this person is not great for you and it's time for you to move on. Preparation is power is underneath the deck, but communication. I also think you should communicate with the universe, God. It's time for you to start praying more. This is definitely the time when you're feeling like it's out of your hands. It's time to go to the divine. It is time for you to pray because they can hear you. Pray, meditate, talk to your higher self. Whatever you believe in, it's time for you to connect with that source of whatever you're spiritually connected to. But in times where you feel like you can't lean on anyone, it's best to lean on them. That has been my I guess like my 2 cents on that, but that's what I'm getting. And this is the end of the reading because this is all I'm seeing for pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope this resonated for you. Let me know in the comments, and you guys have a great day.